Hey guys, welcome back. Okay guys, it's brutal here today. Look at this ground. Guys, we are in drought here. I mean, I live in a little country town and we're just out of town. It's semi-rural. We're struggling. It's brutal. The drought is just terrible. We're going to hit it with some huge bushfires, and probably, well, because the wind here is so strong, if we had any fires now, we'd just be terrible trouble. It's tough times for everybody. I mean, if it's not drought, it's floods or it's snow. It's awful times right now. We've had it before. I know up in this area we've had all of it before. Guys, the wind's like 50 kilometres an hour. Just hope it doesn't blow the camera over. What I want to talk about today is, and I talk about it occasionally, but guys, it really is important. I see so many people trying to do this, but they do it like they've got all their joints rusted up, and the golf club is just basically forcing its way through a vat of cobblestones. It looks really difficult and harsh and not flowing. Guys, I keep talking about this. This is what loading the club is. You've got to do that in your golf swing. Not only have you got to load it here, but you've got to wait for that load and hold that load there, and then just move against that load. When you get here, you feel it, and then you drop the club while you're still feeling that load. How do I get it? I turn my forearms like that. As I get here, I just roll my forearms while the momentum's still going that way. Feels like that. That's what it feels like. It feels like that. I get the momentum and then I just hold it and then just turn against it here. But guys, if you haven't got momentum, you'll never consistently load the golf club in the backswing. You just won't. And you won't get an automatic timing mechanism coming in. I mean, I don't try and hold the lag or anything like that. I actually try and get rid of it. But I've got to get some of it at the start of the golf swing. That's what we call setting the club, or slotting the club. You can't just take the club up and not have any load against, you know, the shaft here and the head. You've got to get that. And I get it, guys, by feeling, as I've said before. My good one is I feel like the club points towards the target. The more I can get it to point towards the target, the more load I get on the club. I haven't hit any shots today, full shots. So I just, everything's scale of 1 to 10, it's a 2 in the grip. Now guys, first shot of the day. Perfect. And that's that's channel lock. You know, that's the beauty of channel lock. That's just channel lock, guys. You can come out, and as long as your protocol, if you just remember your protocol and apply it, even if you're stiff and your timing's not that great, you'll still get away with that. That was about 80% timed, still went exactly where I wanted it to go. But I'm just trying to feel the club escaping over here. Take it back and it just escapes there. I want it to keep going here. There. That's what I feel. That's what I want to feel. If you can actually feel that in your backswing, feel that if you took it backhand, if you let it go, it would go there. Now a lot of you guys have got long backswings, have got that in your golf swing. But if you haven't got a long backswing, and if you've got a tight backswing, and I've got a tight backswing, so I have to really concentrate on getting that flow momentum in the golf club. Club feels very heavy. I feel heavy. Get in here. Again, guys, here we are. Here's our measurement here. It's so windy. It's probably 55 k's right now. Really strong. Wow, that's just huge. Got the wind coming this way today. So it's picking up, it's knocking that ball into the ground, but as it gets up, it actually picks it up. This is 5-iron, that went 4-iron distance, because it, just got a ride on the wind. But guys, I'm aiming towards the out of bounds fence up there, and I'm just bringing it back in off the out of bounds fence, which I do with channel lock per se all the time. That's the good thing about it. The wind has no effect on the shot. I'm actually starting it straight at the out of bounds fence, and I'm just taking it off just at the end. It's just moving this way. That breeze is giving me a little bit of assist. Wow, that's strong. I saw Jamie Sadlowski talking about short drivers, guys. Jamie Sadlowski was on a video yesterday, and have a look on YouTube. It's Jamie Sadlowski at Baltusrol. He does a trick shot exhibition there, and he had a 30-inch driver, 30 inches long. It's hitting at 330. 30-inch driver. So my 40-inch driver, and the longest he hit with his 48-inch driver was 395, and he hit that little 30-inch driver 330. Have a look at it. Jamie Sadlowski at Baltusrol. It's just stunning. He hits a putter, I think 295 as well. He's got a lot of talent, that guy. He's not just a long hitter, he's got incredible timing. And have a look when he hits a 5-iron off a guy's brand new iPhone. He takes an iPhone off a guy out of the audience, puts it down, and then chunks the ground in a practice swing, and then just whips it straight off the face of the guy's brand new iPhone. Never even touched. Just amazing. Good video to watch. But the point of all that was he's got a 30-inch driver, and he hits at 330. And you want to see the club head speed he gets. Wow. Well, he's 150 mile an hour anyway. But his swing looks amazing with that little golf club. Okay, sure, he's down reaching for the ball, but you want to see the swing. So here we go, guys. We're going to fire the club over here. That gives me, wow, that gives me so much hit on the ball, pulls my trail foot up, because there's so much momentum coming into that lead side, trail side. I mean, it's just extraordinary how much power I've got in that shot. And I want to do that. I want to throw the club here. Just try it. You've got to soften your arms. Get down. Amazing. Come on. Try and get square on, JH, to the camera. Ball doesn't move. When I say it doesn't move, it's got 1 or 2 yards movement on it. And it goes, as I say, I made a statement yesterday in the channel post, comment, reply. And I said I haven't hit a ball, a pull shot, to the left from the first shot I hit with channel lock when I started it like 18 months ago. I haven't hit one shot left, a dead set drag or a pull, just haven't done it. Not one. That's a huge statement to make, but I don't do it anymore. The geometry of the golf swing will not let me do that. Just won't let me do it. And these shots are all exactly where I'm aiming them, to the right of that big tree up there, and at the tree, and that's exactly where they're going. So I'm trying to throw the club over here. So hey, you get blown into the ball. I mean, it's amazing. And guys, I I do all my practice on this slippery ground with no spikes on, for obvious reasons, because I want to improve my balance, and I find it really difficult to work without spikes because I push my feet into the ground a lot, but I find it so much easier when I've got my spikes on. It's just almost impossible to hit shots, and because the weather's so bad, but in terms of the wind, look, it's just brutal. But in spite of that, the ball is just going exactly where I'm aiming it. And this is the beauty of channel lock. It's so hard to stand up. As I start down, I'm almost getting blown over. Come on, Chase. Hunker down, hunker down. It's fantastic, guys. I'll never go away to any other golf swing. And I will never ever, I'll never go back to hitting long clubs. That's just, every time I come out, guys, I'm doing something a little bit different to this every day. So I just have to hit a few shots with it to try it. It makes me think, after seeing Sadlowski's 30-inch driver, maybe this at 40 inches, too long. Same thing, guys. Now with the shorter driver, or anybody, if you're having a problem with the driver and you're hitting it to the right, or topping it, or hitting it thin or something, guys, invariably you're probably, with channel lock, you're stretching for the ball too much. Just with a standard driver, just grip down on it and get closer to the ball. And of course, with my short driver, I can get very close to the ball. You don't want to be stretching for anything when you're with channel lock. You really don't. Same golf swing. Trying to throw the club down there. Wow, that's what I like about channel lock. I mean, and every day I get more used to this driver. I'm hitting it exactly the same. I think I'm hitting it further. And because I've started to hit down on the ball, guys, like Mr. X does, I've never done that ever. But that could be something that could benefit you with channel lock. Well, I can't hit it better than that. I've never hit it better than that. I've just never hit drives that have that ball flight. I mean, that's the ball flight you see off a robot. I mean, you just see that book. It's pure flight. It just goes like, I don't know. It doesn't look like the sort of flight you get out of a golf swing. It looks like it's very machine-like. I'm hitting down on it. I don't know if you can hear the impact sound, but and guys, I never ever go, I just have an aversion to monitors, TrackMan, all that sort of stuff. I've been on them, but I've never taught with them, I've never custom fit with them. I know what the ball's doing, I can see it. And I can feel that my club speeds up and my ball speeds up. Why do I know that? Because the ball's going further. The ball's just going further. So I'm just trying to throw the club over here. I'm not, but that's my feeling. Can't believe, I really cannot believe the difference in the ball flight that I'm getting now that I'm getting used to this golf club. Well, that's unusual because I normally don't. I normally never lose a tee. That's really, really surprising. But I'll hit a few more, guys, because I just want you to see the type of speed that I've got with this little club. I mean, that ball's motoring. Motoring. And it's a struggle for me without any spikes on and this slippery grass. Guys, I could tell you anything, but you know, most people know me, know that I'm not a storyteller, but they don't move. I mean, they're just absolutely bullet straight. And you know what I didn't do today? I didn't bring the impact tape, but I'll bring it tomorrow. Guys, when you get old, it's unless you unless you write it down, just forget it. I don't know what that swing looks like, but guys, I've got a bit of speed going there, and the shorter this club, the harder I feel I can get it going. Throwing the club here. Now guys, those last 3 drives would be bowling alley stuff. They would just go down a bowling alley. What's a bowling alley? A metre wide. They haven't moved. Even with this wind, they haven't moved. Can't imagine that you'll turn the camera in. I don't think you'll be able to see the ball fly with the sun. I just hit a couple this way. Can't imagine that you'll see the ball flight. Now the wind is just here. Wow. There's a gate over there that goes onto the first fairway. That just went straight out the gate. And that's the general. I aimed it sort of about 10 yards left of the gate because I knew the wind would move it, and it didn't. It went out the gate. There's a couple of guys there walking down the first fairway, probably wondering where that ball came from. The gate's about 12 foot wide. And that's straight out the gate as well. That's out the gate. Look at this. That's crazy, guys. That's Mo Norman stuff. But this club is so accurate. That wind is like 50 kilometres an hour. Should be moving the ball 40 yards that way. Guys, it's just brutal. It's just brutal. But it doesn't affect this golf swing. It's just idiotic how strong the wind is. But it doesn't affect this golf shot. This is downhill crosswind. It's moving the ball about 15 yards in the air. Of course, it's so strong. But with a normal golf swing, be moving at 40 yards. One more. I'll try and hold this one back into the wind. Oh, so. Tried to hold that in the wind. Look at that. What a beautiful shot that is. Wow. That's moved 2 yards. So there's no miss hits, guys. You just don't get any miss hits with Channel. And this is downhill. Last shot. I shouldn't try and hit this hard because the wind wants to blow me over. But I'll see how much speed I can get. Wow. I think I can get more than that. That's amazing that that ball is only getting that sort of push away leak on it because the wind's 45, 50 k's, guys. Normal golf swinger would move at 40 yards. Last shot. What's really interesting, guys, is how my confidence level is going up with this driver. I can just hit it so hard. Now I lost my balance a little bit there because the ground is really, you know, slippery and it's blowing on me, and I tried to hit it hard. But the ball just went up and it was only the wind that took it. But I'm really hitting that hard because I've got the confidence to hit it hard. Wow. Guys, I got offered $1,000 for that off a guy who had a brand new set of PXG irons. He paid $1,200 for his driver because it had a special shaft in it. And you know the irons out here are about $450 an iron. And he hit his PXG driver and I got him to grip it down. I took the grip off and built it up for him and he could grip it down, and he hit it great, okay, compared to the normal length. But when he hit this, he said, I want it. I said, I don't want to sell it. It's a development club. So I'll give you $1,000 for it. I said, look, I don't want to sell it. So just go and buy one, and I'll tell you what to do within reason. I don't want to say. He said, I want that club. And he said, just whatever you want for it, I'll pay for it. I said, look, I appreciate that, but I just don't want, this club is in development stage right now. But guys, he wanted it right or wrong because he just absolutely killed it. He's a good player. I think he's about 5 or 6 handicapper. Very strong, carries the ball about 270, 280. So he's very strong. And he was carrying this 270, 280. He actually flew it. We were down there and he actually flew it over the fence on the first fairway there inside the pump shed, which was about 280. He hit some of his own brand new golf balls, some brand new Bridgestone golf balls, which we went down and picked up later on. But yeah, guys, he loved it. $1,000, he said. I said, guy, you go and buy one of these on eBay for, well, you wouldn't buy this as a tour issue, but you know, same type of driver, buy it for $100. But you wouldn't have it set up like this. He couldn't believe it. And he's exactly the same height as me. Very, very similar type, much younger, only 40 years old, but very, very strong and athletic. Okay, guys, last shot. Watch this. I'll hit this as hard as I can. Wow, you know, as long as you used to be, JH. I'll really hammer this. Wind is brutal out there. Wow. Just incredible, guys. You can never hit a straight ball here. I'm just going to hit a couple of irons because I think I can actually draw the irons back into the wind. But with the driver, and bear in mind that that driver's 3-4 degrees open. That was one of John Sendon's. It's tourist, very open face. So it's not the sort of shot you want to be hitting in a crosswind. So I'll just try and hit an iron down here, draw it back into the wind. There we go. Just draw that back into the wind. So that's just holding its line into the wind. Gee, they're good shots. Yeah, I just wanted to see that. Very hard to do with that 3 degrees open driver. Okay guys, so the message here is what we want to do is we want to throw, we want to feel this. We want to feel on the backswing, that's what you want to feel. I'll just hit a couple of irons this way and I'll take them back as far as I can with that feeling. To this test, you guys, it's just the wind just wants to blow you into the ball. Just wants to blow you into the ball. Come on. I've just aimed that at the out of bounds fence, and those other shots were just going up there and then drawing off. That went over the out of bounds fence. There was so much hit on that. Amazing. That's carried the out of bounds fence. That's crazy. And that's getting that feeling of the club being thrown over here. One more. Tell you what, you really notice it when you haven't got your spikes on, when the wind's blowing on you like this. And this grass is so slippery because it's so dry. Come on. Well, I can't hit it any better than that. It's okay, the message is this. Let the club go here. And let your body go with it. I don't know how much I can actually turn my body. I very rarely try and turn my body. I'll try and turn my body. I don't try and do that. Wow. I don't think I do that because, I mean, it feels very powerful, but I just don't do that. It's too windy, guys. Anyway, guys, I just want to get that message across. Just feel like you're going to throw the head over here. Yeah. And a 2 out of 10 grip. I'm glad the camera didn't get blown over.